Mark Gilman, along with Wolves head coach Arne Ferguson. And, Coach, you face the #2 team in the nation in Eastern Washington. And I'll tell you, as an FCS team goes, they certainly were, as advertised, a tough loss. But you guys had a lot of positives to come out of that ball game against the Eagles.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, watching them play Oregon State and see how productive their quarterback was and the receivers and the timing of everything, we knew that they'd be very good. But to see that in person, and they've really done a lot of upgrades to their stadium, our players really enjoyed that opportunity to face such a quality opponent, probably the most athletic and smart quarterback we've faced to date since I've been here. There's no question that speed early on both sides of the football, you really saw that difference. And then the thing that pleased me the most is seeing our players adjust in the second half, adjust in the third quarter, the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, where you start seeing guys make plays that you really expect them to make. So very pleased about how our kids fought, and they kept on getting better, and they adjusted to a game that, we just don't see that type of speed all the way across on a daily basis. I mean, we just don't have that. And so to see them adapt and start seeing what they can do in the future, I'm just glad we got it underneath our belt, and really will help us going into Central Washington.
And I don't want to belabor it a little bit, but guys that played well, the defense really stepped it up. Akins had that strip fumble. The linebackers stepped it up, and then Bergman really, he looked like he settled in pretty well in that second half.
Yeah, and obviously the first time you started the season and you've had only a few starts, it's going to take you some time, and to see him really settle in, and also our receivers settle in. Some of it's the issue there, and then our protection. Early they got some blitzes that really trying to get to the quarterback and called some personal fouls on that. But they did get him. And then to see our offense and to really start to gain momentum with a very good Eagles defense.
Now let's turn to Central Washington. There's been a change at the top there as a brand new coach, and they lost their game against Texas A&M Kingsville, which is no slouch for an opener there either. But what do you know with your initial reports here? Does it look like more of same, or have they changed things a little bit?
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what style of offense they end up with. We've had one film that we've exchanged. Kingsville's a very good team. We've played them in the past. I'm not sure where they're going to fit in their conference. Somewhere around the middle is what they predict. Central's supposed to be 1 or 2 of our conference. So that was a good matchup to see where things are at. But at opening game, it really determines how much you improve from game 1 to game 2. We're going into this, offensively. Making sure that we capitalize and expand on the things that were successful and get into our complete playbook. Then also defensively, we're not sure what type of offense we're going to get. Is it more of a pounding 2 tight ends with a big old line, or are they going to start moving the ball around a little bit, or it seems like there's a combination of, we're not sure what they're doing offensively, but we know they have very good players, and they'll settle in what they think is going to be most successful.
So you may be flying by the seat of your pants a little bit with that, having to adjust to what you finally see.
Right. Yeah, you just don't know with a new coordinator, and we know they have the whole package in, but how much they're going to emphasize that and what the quarterback can do, we're just unsure on that.
Now, I know against Central Washington with the speed with Eastern Washington, the speed they had, that the running game had a tough time. But I have to tell you, I still think your running game looks okay. You guys are hoping to improve upon the output against Eastern.
Yeah, it's really the O-line needs to get their pad level down and move their feet better. So we're still working on that, and that's a work in progress. And we're still trying to solidify our O-line for the future to see who is really going to fit in overall. And we're just in that process. And then we feel like they'll make tremendous strides after playing an Eastern Washington team. And then Central Washington's D-line is very active. They're big. They move a lot. So it'll be really a good test.
Then finally playing at Ellensburg, never an easy task there. There's some say, yeah, that's good for a touchdown up there. They've got a good crowd up there, and it's always a raucous atmosphere when you get in there to play them.
Yeah, our players enjoy playing at Central Washington. I mean, on our side, you get their fans right next to us. I mean, almost 6 inches away, it seems like. But they enjoy that. It's a fun environment. It's a good atmosphere. And also, it's a good showing. I mean, Central Washington's a good team and has been very successful, as we all know. And it's an opportunity for us to see where we stand in the GNAC.
All right. Well, enough said. Head coach Arne Ferguson, as always, it's great to talk to you, sir.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.